courage and rain through borrowed time. And step by step the miles grew wide, enough for quieter truths to rise. We walked until the daylight thinned, three shadows drawn by older winds, and something moved beneath the weight, like threads that met before that day. She spoke of signs she could not place, a vaulted breath of inward trace. And as the mountains lost the sun, I heard her pattern name another one. Not safe, not false, but turned around like mirrored force and contrary ground. Néria bore one way through, Astérya the other, clear and true. 2021, 23, too close in age to comfort me. I thought of what my mother knew, what she would hear beneath it too. I had no answer fit to keep, only the sense of something deep, as if the world had marked us first and led us meet to name the thirst. Too many lines began to bend, too many echoes without end, too many signs I could not claim, still gathered underneath one flame. I kept my voice exact and spare, as if clean words could hold the air. But all the miles between the trees were filling up with histories. Dusk we stopped at some roadside inn, low roof, dim heart, soft light within. The talk turned quiet, slow and near, the kind that lets old damage here. And then Astérya saw at last the ruin, Néria's wings still matched. She reached with care, no boast, no plea, and changed what no one changed for years. I'd seen too many healers, too much pain, too many hands had failed in vain. Yet under hers the torn white span learned a grace it barely had. Néria stared as if the night had broken open into light, and I felt something answer there, too close to mine to call it rare. My white flame knows the speechless vein, the beast, the root, the silent grain, but hers moved through the living whole, not healing, only something old. So still we sat beneath that smoke, three lives half named by what awoke, and every little sign we'd passed returned with way too strange to mask. No lesson fit, no simple art, no tidy mercy for the heart, just that old current split and cross, still moving under what was lost. By noon the city rose in stone, in market cry and iron tone. Néria laughed and left our side to claim the guild reward, then find whatever work might next be there, before we met again elsewhere. So I let Astérya through the streets, through awnings, bells and crowded heat. She asked of everything in sight, the towers, coins, the painted signs, the bread, the glass, the public square, with such unguarded, hungry care. I smiled before I meant to do it, because I knew those questions too. I'd once asked them all word for word, when my mother brought me to the world. For one brief hour the day felt kind, no omen pressed against my mind, no shadow sharpened in the sun. For one brief hour we simply were to look, we took the lanes. The city folds behind its name, and in one narrow cut of stone we found her, not at all alone. That wanted not to touch and fear that already knew too much. They felt the mixed profaneness in me before they truly turned to see. And what they cast on her with mine was older than insult, older than spite. They spoke as if our births were stains, as if we trespassed sacred veins, as if neither she nor I had earned the right to draw this sky. So I did what I always do when feeling rises hard and crude. I cut my voice down to the bone, brief words, exact a narrow tone. Néria reached for me through hers, that quiet force that slows the surge. And for a breath I almost stayed inside the shape my mother made. Then one of them moved, not rage, worse, decision without doubt. A clean celestial line. I saw the light before I understood the target. I heard Néria start to breathe in the sharp, instinctive breath before pain, and then it was no longer coming. It was happening. Her wings were severed. She fell with a scream that split the alley open. And when I realized what was happening, it was already too late.